here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles...
Oh,
man. Oh, punch that was. Bad intentions.
And how about the hops Bridges has? Showing off some there with the slam.
Harden against Brunson. Harden can't hit.
I like that creativity. Double clutching and catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that.
Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A. He just seemed more comfortable getting back to what his numbers used to look like. And just playing with reckless abandon.
No, I'm... Hindi ko magalaw. Wala ako. Wala ka?
Clark, last season.
Puta, yaw.
Ano ba ang bago mo?
Shot meter. Oh, curve. Lumalabas. Ano ba yan? Waves, signal, waves. Yeah.
Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old-school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night.
Hart misses. And we're about a minute into the first. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. When Karl Anthony Towns was brought up, Coach immediately chimed in, saying, yeah, the thing about Towns is the sheer size that he brings. Our guys will have to be physical and make him uncomfortable around the basket to have success. Physicality and aggressiveness will be the key. Hey, Brian.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Knocked loose. Leonard passes to Zubac. And it's New York with a rebound. And this matchup with Los Angeles, their first meeting of the season.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won. Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath from this one.
The shot by Towns, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Leonard outside. Outside Harden. Towns with a rebound.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Three-pointer Bridges. It's rebounded by Zubac.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Done. Pass to Collins. Outside Harden. Stop the drought.
Bumukas ang langit. Buti na lang, hindi natapos.
He's off his game right now, trying to find a groove.
Here's Brunson. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
When he gets near the basket,
Kaya 2 points pa lang tuloy. Pakadami yung base.
Clippers trail by 4. Pass to Leonard. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Dunn outside. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. It's stolen by Hart. Outside Brunson. And here's Hart. Here's Towns. Leonard defending. 5 on the clock. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. It's game 1 for both teams, Clark. Preseason is over, and this new season is underway.
Yeah, you can kind of feel that both teams are a little bit anxious and nervous, but an exciting kind of nervousness. So let the season begin. I'm glad we're starting.
Bridges outside. To the left side wing. Brunson finds Towns. Over Zubac. Towns can't get it to go.
And I don't understand. Why is he going to the fadeaway? Just go straight up with it.
Harden, the pass Pass to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Zubac's doing major damage. Check that rim out, folks.
Harden against Brunson. Towns, right side. And there's the foul.
Ngayon, tama pa.
To Zubac.
Perfect. Ay, blocking foul.
These calls can be so difficult
Yun ang
for
count.
officials to make. Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guard position. He wasn't set.
Ang ganda ng opening.
Robinson comes in for Towns. And Miles McBride subbed in for Harden.
Ganda.
And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Tries to spin move with Brunson. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Sanders.
Switch.
Outside Jones to the paint. Stolen by Anunoby. Fast break, New York. McBride on the wing, defended by Jones. And he dunks it
Posterize
down.
pa, no? Paba.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throw down at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlights are going to pain them even more.
Left side Brunson. Right side McBride. The kick out to Brunson. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers ball.
Tangin score for 4-8.
Harden deep three-point land.
Meron mga naglalaro.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. New York out in front, up by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter action is where we are. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for New York.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage.
Bakit hindi naman ako nabayo ah?
The point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
Harden pairs with Beal to make up the guard.
Sadali nga yun. Iipat.
Derek Jones is out there with Nicholas Batum, and it's Lopez in at the center position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. It's tipped.
Wah. Defense malala.
Now to hear from our reporter, Ali LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Clippers are remaining competitive even with some shifting pieces in their roster. Star play creator James Harden said, "We're legit and our defense is really good. Offensively, we know what we want to get to, and we hang our hats on the defensive end." Brian, back to you.
A heavy veteran roster. Ali LaForce with the report. Thanks, Ali. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Misses it close.
Still looking for his first make, and they could really use the help right now.
All right, on the line,
Ay,
we got our
ciao.
insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for
Oy,
us?
grabe defense. Sorry ito ano. Ano. Ay, di pa nag-count. Kita ko nung laro parehas yan si Towns sa si Clarkson. Ay po, tsaka.
For the Lakers, LeBron James perhaps eyeing the door here. Not everyone is happy.
Diba? Hirapan ako ah.
Taking that long view approach.
Kaya namin. Ay,
Thank you very much for that report.
kaya amin, diba?
One of the ways to mark
Tapos ko ba?
consistency is looking at a player's efficiency rating, and Cat is generally among the best in the league.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they go way too long without a score. You talk about taking flight. That's exactly what he did there. And made it look easy.
Pass to Shannon. Towns outside. Tries a 10-footer. Robinson on the wing.
Ay, wala. Kala ko, wala pa rin eh. Awa naman kayo.
Getting enough shots in close.
Nagyan pa ng percentage ng layup eh. No.
Outside Harden. Outside
Ano
Jones.
magawa mo? Hoy, tigka nga. Hoy, wala. Hoy, so...
Whistle on the way.
Kara.
So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Ganda na ng defense pa eh.
Players sometimes talk about the game slowing down as they gain experience.
Well, it's the benefit of experience, understanding situations, having gone through various situations as you get more engaged in the league over time. The more you understand where you're supposed to be, usually you can get there on time or early, and you're more reactive versus thinking.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for
Look, bad shooting happens to everybody. He's just got to feel fortunate that his teammates have picked up the slack for him.
And there's a foul. It'll go on Miles McBride.
Siyempre, apat na kami.
And there's just one foul now away from
Ba yan, Bronson?
on the line, so they've got to be careful.
Papalit natin sa'yo,
Bullock's checked in for
Bronson.
Brunson. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubac checked in. New York also
Tama ko
changed
na
in.
3 points.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Clarkson. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Kohler. Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. That one goes in. McBride's gotten his second bucket of the game.
The floater, always a hard shot to contest.
Harden with it, and McBride picks him up defensively. Three-pointer, Beal. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You talk about guys with pure strokes, Beal's in that discussion.
Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing to marvel at.
New York needs to get off the shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For the Clippers, John Collins comes in for Jones, and it's Dunn in for Beal. New York also changing it up. Josh Hart comes in for Robinson. Kohler comes in for McBride. That gives them the lead. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Surgical precision from Harden, demonstrating his sick handles one more time.
Zubac with the steal. Going all the way to the rack. Outside for Harden.
Ay, kayo kaya, Ben.
With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
Tayo ron.
And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Siya kay Bronson.
Dry offensively in the first, but it looks like he's ready to turn it around.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Beal, he's checked in for Harden. And the Knicks making a change here as
Itong pinasok niya, hindi mo
Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Robinson, a screen on Beal. Bridges passes to Robinson. No good. Unable to win this run.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Leonard against Anunoby.
One of the great young stars in this league. Collins is aggressive, and he makes plays.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Clippers.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding. One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Bridges outside. Pass to Kolek. Outside Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. It's Hart on the wing. Now here's Robinson. Shoots over to Zubac. And they force the shot clock violation. Great lead. Los Angeles leading by 6. And really the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood. And his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
Leonard looking over the floor. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
You know, when you talk Kawhi Leonard, you start with his defense. And I I don't know if there's a better wing defender around.
You think back to the prime years of Kawhi Leonard, Clark. He was absolutely dominant.
Yeah, he
Kaya
really
laging
was. I
display
mean,
ang
so few
accident.
wings could dominate the way Kawhi did when he was healthy and in his prime. He could score at all three levels, especially in that mid-range game. Absolutely lethal. And then defensively, he was a stopper. He would just turn people's walls. In his peak, he was as good as any two-way player.
Kapong pa ako ron eh.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
Kapong pa ako ron.
Major force from Mikal Bridges there.
There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter, and it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Stolen by Anunoby. And here they go. And Hart throws it down.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Uy, nakuha rin pa. Daya.
They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean,
Wala.
running next to net, those kinds of mistakes
Daya lang pala.
tip the scale.
Hinalat ka na ako.
He's been the guy making things happen for the Los Angeles Clippers. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForte. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Baka naman, galing na si Bronson yan. Tagalan niya na yung half-time.
Hello, and
Well, you can't speed them up. They take care of that basketball and maximize the value of possession.
Lagi open si Arden ah.
Not dominating.
Ang laki ng open ah.
and guys, let's turn our attention to. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean this. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Yeah.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle.
Uy, shit natin
Find
ba't
out
to?
what sort of
Tingnan ko nga.
adjustment.
Okay.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. Miles McBride is out
Ay,
there with Mikal Bridges.
kitang-kita ko na eh.
It's Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the center.
Mr. Do-It-All coming away with the assist there. I mean, Harden making sure to keep his team on the offense. Making sure of it with the
Huli ka.
slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You
Uy, wala.
cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Towns outside. Towns driving. Spin.
No!
With the power
Ng Bronson na.
You know, there's very little the
Wala
defense
Bronson
can do
ang
to
atake
slow
ah.
Towns down when he has momentum like that on the drive.
Let's go now to the sideline to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Uy, tayo na ko pa. Malas naman talaga.
Very few players have the combination of power and athleticism that Kawhi has. Electric.
Towns outside. Jackson
Ay,
with three.
gago, di pa naman ditira eh.
Again, the miss by Towns.
Pick lang.
The Clippers lead
Yo,
by 6. Third quarter
Okay, so,
basketball.
ito
About
so.
a minute and a half in. Collins finds
Oh,
Harden.
bigit yan. Napakalagkit yan.
5 to shoot.
Oh. Karaan tayo niyan. Oh, wala!
Blacks with the rebound.
Their first
Naisip mo
miss
pa
after
lang.
hitting 3 straight
Tumira ka na
shots.
sa isip ko.
I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
Shoots.
Pangit.
Anunoby can't get it to go.
Gun shot.
The Clippers have gotten 3 and 4 shots to fall so far.
Oh,
in the third.
wow.
It's stolen by Hart. Towns passes to Anunoby. Back to Towns. To the inside.
Galing.
Zubac with the steal. Harden serving.
Oh, wala.
And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Knicks trail by 6. McBride with it. Harden picks him up. Inside. Throws it down.
Leaving no doubt on that one. The explosiveness of
pagka lang.
Towns, really powerful.
Hindi na nakakastar to.
Now
Oh,
here's
wala.
Harden. Not a lot of room. Here's
Oh,
Dunn.
ganda naman ng pasahan.
Drains the triple. Dunn's got 5 points in the quarter.
Seems like they've lost their defensive focus here in the second half, giving up way too much shot.
Back to McBride. And he goes in for the dunk.
The big time
Ano po?
throwback.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Zubac passes to Dunn. And Anunoby against
Hindi ko to rin po. Grabe. Slow motion, may iba pa.
Nice move that time by Kawhi. I think he surprised the defense there.
Well, Clark, for over a decade now, the Clippers have essentially
Wala.
been a staple in the postseason.
Yeah, BA, they
Slow
sure have.
motion, may iba pa tayo.
Playoffs twice since 2012. Staying competitive during that stretch, despite
Wala, boy. Ganda.
and some major
Suabe.
injuries to deal with as well. And after being stone cold from the floor in the first half, they've rediscovered their touch. Exactly. I mean, finding their stride offensively, and they're on top on the scoreboard. Things are
Grabe.
looking pretty good
Tulak.
for them right now.
Stolen by Harden.
Fine.
Here's Anunoby. And that one
Nice.
stopped right through.
OG
Diba?
elevating.
Dapat
This
dalawa.
guy can fly.
Wala niya talaga. Hindi talaga nakapansin dito.
That shot off.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways. But they don't have an edge on the board. We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Hart.
One.
Hart throws it down.
Way
One,
too easy
sir.
for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the lane.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. It's the 2K leaderboard showing the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. In third, the Knicks. Fourth, the Clippers.
These two jumped on opponents' mistakes last year.
Kaya wala na tayo. Saan sila kilala?
Turnover totals.
Saan sila kilala dyan?
Sanders, pass to Lopez. Here's Batum.
Oh, pinapasa na sa amin. Di na nila kilala yan eh.
Here's Kolek.
Ano yung mga yan eh?
Is good.
Oo, tama ko. Like,
It's now
please,
just a
sir. Complete
1-point
yung
Los
Bronson
Angeles
yan.
lead.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense. I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Batum finds Beal.
Walang kalsot ah.
Plenty of
Grabe
contact
naman.
on that shot. Officials
Parang
call the
tumalon
foul,
eh.
and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one's on Clarkson.
What I admire about Beal
Hoy,
is
wala, sir.
his desire to keep improving year after year.
Well, you look at how the Knicks built
Baka
this
tayo
team,
tulo.
Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, BA, building their draft assets. They cashed them
Oleg.
in on some all-star level guys, and
Taman, Oleg.
we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work.
Pass to Kolek. Robinson against Lopez. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Shamet. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. And here's Batum. On the wing, Jones. Back to Batum. Fires the 3. That shot is off.
Ay, great son.
Quarter. What a tight game we've got going. It's Los Angeles up by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now let's listen in to Ty Lue in the huddle.
Ano pala, coach na.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Harden pairs with Beal to make up the guard set. Brook Lopez is out there with Derrick Jones. And it's Batum in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Tries the spin move. Here's Kolek, defended by Harden. Kolek's shot is off.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Harden, the pass to Lopez. On the wing, Harden. Back to Lopez.
Still mo.
And it's Lopez with the
Let's
jam.
say.
Putting that stance
This
into
one's
the
done.
test. Big fella, banging it down.
Pass to Shamet. Oh, Beal
Yung
wins his
pasa yung galing ah.
in transition here.
Ay,
Clippers.
okay.
And then Harden with the jam.
And after putting He angles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
But you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Really left him alone that time. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And offensively, it appears they've hit their stride. Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed teams. And they're really looking strong here.
Towns down low, working on Jones. And it's powered home by Towns.
Rolling. Towns just keeps finding opportunities to score.
Oy! Oy, ganda.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Knicks trail by 6. High post Towns. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite fund.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I'd take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Here's Harden.
Oy!
The rebound by Kolek.
Well, if he can somehow get into a rhythm offensively, I think they could stretch
Ay,
this
hindi na
lead.
ako sa sit-ups.
It's Shamet on the wing. Leonard defending from the high post.
Ganda.
Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
And, you know, you got multiple options with this guy coming out of the screen. He can go pick and pop on you. He can go pick and roll. Towns can hurt you either way.
Robinson with a steal. Clarkson with the ball. Beal picks him up. Clarkson against Beal. Towns double team. Here's Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. It's Shamet on the wing. Leonard defending.
Yeah, this possession is a make or break. They need points to stay within reach.
Buti na lang gano'n na yan.
Knicks trail by 3. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Karl Anthony Towns doing his thing inside.
Karl Anthony Towns! Oh my God!
Cool, calm collectedness of Towns helps him come through.
Layo ah. Yan ang depensa nun.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Clarkson. Towns, left side. Here's Robinson. Using 2 hands to power it down.
Robinson doing the dirty work. He's known for that. Sets the
Pas-mat si
screen,
Bronson.
finds a soft spot.
Coach, patch-up na si Bronson. Kaya na to. Wala. Alam ko po, kasi nag-grabe ka mga driver na yun. Ano ganun ako eh. Ako po lang eh. No! Hindi kasi Towns.
Two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance.
1D,
here.
1D.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
1D, 1D.
Now here's Harden. Defense right on.
Ganda. Dahil tayo kaway.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
A minute 9 left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Towns. Here's Kolek. Robinson. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
And talk about stepping up in a big way. Well, that was one, too. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Jones outside. Outside Harden. Here's Jones. The steal. In transition. Here they come. Here's Kolek. Leonard defending. Towns outside to take the lead.
Ang ina mo.
Cleared away by Lopez.
Nice shooting.
Oh, so much on the line here. And the
Kept signing.
locked in. 3 seconds separating the shot game clocks. Harden drawing the double team.
Uy, wala na. Di time out kami. Kami ginanong niya.
Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the
Ang
team.
gagawin namin
What do
sa'yo.
you think coach will be drawing up
Tapos si
here?
Bronze.
I think this comes down to whether they want to go for 3 to win or send it
Oh,
to
yeah,
overtime.
you.
I think either way is going to happen off the inbound pass, and they need to get
Oo,
a good
pwede
shot.
palitan siya. Tangin na mo, nasa hospital na. Wala!
Wala na, baligat siya eh.
Nasa hospital na?
At katamay.
That'll be a 5-second mark.
And this is the absolute wrong time.
Say right pass na ayaw pa eh. Nagbag eh. Nagbag na pa eh. Paano yun?
Ayun lang.
Daya na pa. Daya. Nagbag eh. Ayaw pasa eh.
Titignan mo lang may turo.
Dahil ka na open eh.
Titignan mo na yan.
Ay no, dahil ka ng open eh. Oh, yan, isa. Ikot doon. Ayun na, si Maki oh. Mag-bridge. Oh, ayun oh, open oh. Ayaw pasa. At yan.
Clippers taking the W in a close one. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And now let's swing it over to Ali LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
James, when a game gets close down the stretch like this one.
All right, Ali, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Ayun tayo,
For Clark
3.6.
Kellogg, Ali LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
So, 20. Ang record sa 3 points lang.